Alrighty, how is that? Hello, Jolt King. How is the audio this morning? Better than I hope. I am doing all right. Thank you, and looks good, sounds good. Mr. Viper, thanks for stopping by. Hi. That went a little weird audio-wise. Cutting in and out. A little garbled. Alright, let's come over here, look at this guy. That might have been, was it chair rolling noise? Hi. I just need to adjust my microphone. How is that? Any better? You. I think you're really cool, don't you? Not sure. All right. I think last time we had a little issue with the lav. Ooh. Into the mic. We'll try the headset again. That seemed to treat us pretty good last time. Hi, you. You're being so unhelpful. Hi. Does that plug in right there? Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay. How about that? We are on the headset now. Let's see if that treats us any better than the little lav guy. Okay. Better than did the thing again. This is why I don't use an external mic. Use one built into my iPad for recording. Yeah, I would do that, only I got my recording stuff over here, and then I'm going to be rolling over here, and I'm going to be back and forth, and in the greater scheme of my eventual setup that I want to do, then it'll be nice to have something more central so that I can go wherever I need to go in my whole workspace area and still be able to talk, and you guys can hear me. So, stopping by. Viper's much better. Okay, cool. So how many we got here? Who is 7 watching? That's pretty good. You ready to go? Well, we're not going anywhere. Cool. Well, I got a box. You're in the way of my box. Why don't you go sit in your chair? Why don't you go sit in your chair for a little bit, okay? And we'll play later. We can play afterwards, all right? Not yet. Got to open this box. No? Can I move you over a little bit? Can I move you over a little bit? There you go. No, don't move with me. Don't move with me. Stay over here, okay? Tell you what. Why don't you turn around? Go sit in your chair. Come on, go sit in your chair for a little bit. Is this how it's going to be today? Okay. So much nicer. Box. Correct, box. Doggo's most important. Always. Because he's a good boy. Gary Ashby, good morning to you as well. This is a box that's been in the works for, golly, a lot of months. Like, early this year, maybe even the end of last year, maybe? Been a long time. Been a weird year. Time does not make sense anymore. A friend of mine across over in New York area by the name of Dennis, who was a kind of an old school nerfer, mostly kind of a HVZ guy, one of the bigger, well, not bigger HVZ guys, but a very enthusiastic HVZ guy, and was a lot more prominent in the community, especially when I first got involved. He's kind of moved on to a few other things, but still has a casual interest in Nerf. I'm actually working on a blaster for him that's hanging up over there on the wall that we'll take a look at eventually when everything else out here shapes up a little bit more. So, yeah, that's one of the many projects I need to get on the bench and finish up and get that shipped off to him before too much longer, I guess. Anyway, I believe this was the box that he said he was going through stuff at his parents' house, and he came across a bunch of stuff, and some of it was broken, some of it was he didn't know what to do with, and he says, are you interested in anything? And I said, well, sure, and, basically, I won't turn anything down. If you're looking to get rid of it, then I'll either make it cool, or I'll cut it into pieces and make something else cool with it, or, something like that, so. Is this where you're going to be? Just right here in my armpit. So, I honestly don't recall what all was even in this box in the first place. So we'll move it slightly out of frame. How's this work? Over there. We'll hide it behind the other screen. And we'll look at stuff over here as we get it out. Why don't you go sit in your chair? Just for a little bit, alright? No? Oh, you... Alright, we have... This box isn't for you. You usually get the boxes that come. This is what appears to be a very broken AeroVonix. AeroVonix, yes. But the grip on these things are really nice, and I actually have cut the grip off of one of these and put it on a hammer. What does it smell like? Does it smell good? Is that a thing you really want? The grip is really comfortable. It's a bit oversized for a Nerf blaster and everything, but I put one on a hammer shot that I have modified for firing megas and stuff like that, and it just fits really nice. And the mechanical shortcomings of the AeroVonix aside, that's about the only good part. Except for it has a nice rail. It's a very unique rail. Most of the Nerf rails have a very consistent kind of notchy thing across the top, and this is broken into sections like 2-inch sections, split by these little bump things. So, see if we can bring that in a way that you guys can see. Oh man, this camera thing's really screwing me up. I'm not smart enough to figure out how cameras work backwards, because I'm looking at the screen as opposite of the way the camera's facing. There we go. So it's kind of more flat top-ish. It's it's very flat top, and it's got one of the longer rails that are on stock Nerf blasters, but it's just got a very unique style of rail. And just a lot of kind of interesting little shapes and stuff, and of course the front grip's pretty comfortable too for integrating into a foregrip, or you could probably modify one for sticking to Picatinny if you printed some kind of adapter thingy. But anyway, there's a lot of plastic real estate there and a really nice grip, so that is cool. Got a duck in the chat. Hello, Rob Brown. Good morning. Pump grip broken. Seems to be the weak point. At least mine's broken when I got internals. I had to put a screw through the poor pump. Yeah, I've got 2 of these things, and it's always the internal stuff that screws up. And every time I've opened one up, weird parts fall out, and I can never get them to work right. So one worked for a minute, and that's the most experience I've had with one. But one, I think he said he had one in here that worked, now if I'm remembering correctly. But anyway, so we got one for parts for sure. We have a Alpha Rogue, the later model Bolt Busby blasters. Feels like the... Okay, I don't know if this thing's been modified or not. The spring feels stock, but the seal on that is crazy. You pull the trigger, and it's still popping after a few seconds when you break the seal there. And you can hear it kind of barely hissing slowly the whole time. So that... We got darts around here? Do we have darts? Dart post? Got a dart post. Where's the long dart? Go find a dart. No, no, not this. Go find it. Get a dart somewhere. You are not helping. There you go. Go find one. He's not going to find one. Okay. We got an old Koosh. Boy, how many people remember Koosh darts when that was a thing? Well, that was a decent amount of pop. Let's find another one. This could be exciting. This is the most exciting thing that's happened all day. It's also still pretty early in the day, which bodes well for the rest of the day. So, not knowing what we're going to come across through the rest of this box, we'll grab a few more darts. Got a whole bunch of random stuff here. Okay. Got a AccuFake. You know, while we're at it, we'll just click a button and have the chronograph here and see what we got. $72. Hey, that's not bad for a... Nope, leave that open. For a stalker. $68. Let's put a lighter dart in there just for the heck of it. 87. Huh. Go with a waffle. $75. Well, that might be a little bit of fun. A super impractical grip. I can barely fit a finger on there. What if you just kind of manhandle the whole darn thing with a then, huh. We might have some fun with that. That might turn into something cool. Okay, we seem to have a modified Strife here with some cute puppy duct tape covering up holes in the shell. Oh, and all kinds of advertising swag. Cool, alright. Outer darts, containment room, foam blast, McTest battle, and a... Oh, that was one of Bobo's for rectal use only stickers. Nice. High class. Okay, zip tie. Got a Dean's connector in here. Interesting. And, okay, no cage at all. Alright, but a early style. Not sure whose mag release that is, but it's a very rudimentary style. And a self-printed, looks like, Bobo Foam Blast rev trigger. You gotta dig that duct tape, though. It's got dogs with bows and nerdy glasses. How adorable. And an XD60, and zip ties in there. This feels like, this isn't silicone wire, I don't think. It almost feels like automotive primary wire, which also gives a certain feel for a bygone era. Interesting, interesting. So yeah, might, we'll see what that turns into. Oh, it's always fun to see kind of this pinpoints in history as far as Nerf community type stuff. Just the evolution from early cruder days to now we have drop-in kits for everything and stuff like that. Oh, nice. I'm hoping this guy works. These things are almost worth their weight in something valuable. Yeah, that is not one of yours, though. You cannot chew on that. What's that? Is that okay? Which is actually cool, because I think I gave one to a local a while back, and I was kind of hoping to find another one. I don't have much for Vortex, but I think I've got about 2 of everything. That way I figured if I ever hosted a game, then you at least had some fairness of you can have one kind of thing per side, stuff like that. So, all right. That looks very interesting. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Okay, here's AeroVonix that looks in a little bit better shape. Except for the googly-eyed... Oh, crap, who's that kid that was kind of a meme for a little bit at whatever end war that was? Anyway, a strange boy, googly-eyed sticker on the front. Interesting. Some vortex discs. See if we can make any fun of that real quick. Why are you whiny facing your whiny little face? Little crunchy. Zoom. Oh, hey. Oh, well. It feels like it's not super duper happy about it, but I don't know if that's how the AeroVonix is supposed to be. Well, that could be fun. All right. Yeah. Yeah, might play with that a little bit more. It might even see if I can sneak it open and lube up a few things, because it's a bit crunchy on the return prime, and there's something in there that clicks a little bit more than I'd like. All right. Well, that will be cool. I've always wanted one of those that actually worked and have never come across one. Ooh, a blue Strife that appears to be unmodified. Got a few scuffs here and there. It's I don't imagine there's batteries in it. Still has the goofy little dart guide thing inside. Oh, it even still has the little trigger lock. The trigger lock that newcomers might not understand. How frustrating. You hear that? Stick my foot in there. Kind of makes noise. Well, fun. Wow. So a unmodified, unmolested, unabused blue Strife. Very nice. That might go on the shelf next to my new in-box Strife for emergency use only. Cool. Thank you very much. That will get used for something beneficial no matter what. Oh, what is this? Okay. You're in the way of my box again. You don't even feel bad, do you? You don't even feel bad a little bit, do you? Yeah? Tough guy? Huh? 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 Yeah? Huh? Come on, man, don't mess around. Me, boy. All right. A Roto Fury with CPVC inconsistently cut and electrical tape and hot glue. Here again. Okay. Oh, this custom 3D Nerf Drac. Jack something that I cannot read. Another name that I cannot read. A Hawkeye. And Bobololo. Awesome. There again, a nice little piece of, not necessarily history, but a bit of the historical timeline anyway. So that is pretty neat. So that'll probably be kind of maintained for what it is. Let's see if it's got any internal modifications. I imagine if this was HVZ or something, that, and the fact that it's already just been converted to Elites, it probably doesn't have a spring upgrade or anything like that. But let's just let's see what we got here. Some very snug PVC. $83, $72, and okay, $93. Well, that's pretty. Oh, hey, and a 3D printed stock attachment. That's actually pretty cool too. Huh. Well, that is pretty nifty. Yeah, that might be worth kind of cleaning up the ends of the CPVC barrels, because it's not sure what was used to cut those. Or left a little bit of burring on the inside, made it a little snug for fitting darts in. But at the same time, I'm almost afraid to touch it, because, you know, the last time this thing was used was probably on the field of some HVZ game from Roto Fury. That was what, 3-4 years ago, which doesn't really, it's not really that long, but in Nerf years it seems to be quite the distant past. You're getting really needy, aren't you? Huh? What they call it, the proximity barrel, the little shorty modulus thing. Hong Kong. Cool. Put that in my attachments box. Why don't go sit in your chair? Just go sit in your chair for a little bit, all right? Come on. Go sit in your chair. Fine. Just stand right here in the way. No, not out of the box, though. Out of the box. Out of the box. Out of the... Oh, and a... okay, we got some weird stuff going on here. Got a Nerf bag. Got belt loops on it. Cool. A little Velcro cover. And inside we find... Space University rocket launcher. Oh, it's a little ram rocket kind of thing. Hey, now. Just... Okay, not sure if that has a certain beneficial barrel thingy, or if it launches something cool like megas. Hold on. Wouldn't that be cool if it, and it doesn't, fit megas? Does it fit? New Mega XL. Looks too small. Too small. Darn. Okay. Well, maybe there's something this is beneficial for. At the very least, it'll go in the pile. Back to the bag. So, retaliator stock. Otherwise, seems to be in decent shape. We'll stick to the back of this Strife so it doesn't go too far. And a rough cut AR assembly. Cool. There we are. And nifty bag with Velcro inside. Why would there be Velcro inside the bag? Oh, is it just so you can close that, tuck it inside? So many mysteries. Now that the bag is empty, it's just as mysterious. What do you think? Is that pretty cool? Is that a hat? Is it? Oh, wait. No, gotta give it back. Give it back. Don't make it weird. You're on TV. You gotta make people like you. Okay. Look out. Look. Okay, go that way. Now this is very interesting indeed. This is a orange tinted evader, and I believe he said this was dyed by Buff Daddy. Otherwise, unmodified, stock internals, blah blah blah, and presumably still has the wiring and everything hooked up or operational if it had batteries. But it's not a super intense tint. It's just kind of a more of a subtle hue of orange that just makes it not quite clear. But that's pretty cool. That's kind of a special little piece for sure. Hi. Do you want to check that one out? You're not nearly as enthusiastic about that as the rest of them. Hey, what's in there? Okay. Look out, look out, look out. Excuse me. Thank you. What do they call that? Rev Reaper magazine with the weird things attached to it that looks like barbed wire and a saw blade and whatever else. 10 round capacity, I believe. Cool. Put that in the mag box. Ooh, another fuse fire. Nice. Let's grab a few more vortex discs and see if this guy works. Because I have one that works, and I've had two that went the way of the boneyard to become cooler things or pieces of other cooler things. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, that's actually pretty crisp. Ooh. Huh. That's a dandy. Yeah, very, just very, very crisp and clean. The other one I've got that actually does work is a little clunkier, but that's very nice. That'll definitely be going in my loaner bin. Orange Crate. Hey, thanks for stopping by. What'd you miss? You missed things in a box. Nothing super crazy. Desolator magazine. Kind of cool. Now I've got two to go with mine, so they match if I wanted to have a cute Desolator loadout. Or if I just wanted to paint it up to match something else and have a nice particular style for a custom build or something for display even. Hi. Big sheet of bubbles. Another mysterious Nerf bag that appears to be empty. Oh, hey, this answers the mystery of the other Nerf bag. It's got Velcro in the middle because there's a little divider that goes in between that's removable apparently. Well, that's actually pretty cool. That'd be good for a, well, I got two of those now for putting on a simple little belt for loaner stuff, loaner gear. Nice. Daily Tactics, what is happening here? A box is happening. Oh, Jolt King, you already said that. Nice. There's much box going on here. Okay, another blue Strife. It appears to be untouched, really. Got a sticker, or remnants of sticker on it, so I don't know if this was a thrift find. There again, still has the little button there in the inside that everybody hates. Who knows what it is? The old trigger lock. Cool. Hound's actually in really, really nice shape. Like, it's just got a few little scuffs on the white stripe, little sticker residue, little scuff on the handle. Wow. Very nice. Yeah, that one might not get just dropped in the loaner box. That one might get set aside to be extra nice, just for looking extra nice. Ooh, and a modular storage stock with XT60 hanging out of it, out of both ends. Cool. Cool. So, power stock, nice. That probably won't go in the regular attachment box, just because that might freak people out if they didn't know what was going on. But, nice. I don't know. Oh, gosh. Yeah, not sure what blast it onto, but I don't think it's in this box. Very cool, though. Very cool to have the option anyway. Hi. Did you want to check that one out, too? You seem a little impatient there. Is this okay? We good? Okay. Dude, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're so close to almost done. World's smallest hammer. No reason to believe it doesn't work. Pop. Is that alright? Cool. Mr. Socks, thanks for stopping by. Chronos. Very nice. Seems stuck. Let's grab some rounds. Well, it apparently still has the locks in it. And the door. Usually the door is first thing to go, as it should be. 3, 4, 5. Stock Chronoses always throw me off because I'm used to having 6. 72. 77. 81. 81. And I'll throw one more in real quick. 80. Yes, very stock at best. But hey, it means it's a good builder. Feels a bit loose, doesn't feel as tight as some of the first generation ones were, so hard to say what the internals look like, but Chronos, very nice. Always love good Chronos. I'll rarely turn one down. Or, dude, about the bubbles. You want the bubbles? Oh, not so crazy about the bubbles, are you? Oh, come on. It's cool. Hey, don't hide over there. You're just gonna sneak around the block? Was that scary bubble time? Was that scary bubble time? Oh, geez, sorry, man. Sorry about the bubbles. Hi. Hi. Okay, hey, why don't you come over here? Hey, look, there's a thing over here. There you go, sucker. Modulus, whatever they call it, the regular humdrum barrel that takes a barrel. That guy, one. Chrono seals tend to go bad over time, especially main O-ring, thanks to the tapered plunger. Yes, I've got a couple Chronoses that I got secondhand that I need to go through, but honestly, all of my blasters and my totes and everything from my loaner bins, with just all the sheetrock dust and all the regular construction dust from doing the garage remodel, I think I need to, once I get everything cleaned out everywhere and all the benches cleaned off and tools put away, I think I'm just going to go tote to tote and just dump everything on the ground, open every blaster, clean out and clean up and re-lube and reseal everything and test everybody to make sure they're all good to go, because there's just dust in everything. Like my Talon Claw used to have like a almost perfect seal, and I don't know if it just got dust in there somewhere, but yeah, it's not so good. So yeah, pretty much everything on my wall that's actually functional isn't nearly as functional as it should be because of all that. Do you still have your P.O. box? Yes, technically, but I don't check it very often because I've not been doing much and nobody's been sending anything, and so I was actually pretty close a couple times to canceling it, but now that I'm kind of rolling back into getting a little nerfier, then, you know, keep doing the streams and stuff like that, I might, I'll probably just keep it going. Oh, Ryan Engelstad, gotcha. Homely, thanks for stopping in. Popping by to say hello and leave a like. I appreciate it. How about to hit the road and visit the in-laws with the wife. Have a great stream, everyone. All right, well, drive safe. Hope everything goes well for you. Roll over here out of the way and get a drink. Stay hydrated and all. I do like 12s. I mean, you gotta love the capacity of the 18s, but for some reason I just really like having a lot of 12s. In fact, I've got, well, a milk crate full of them, however many that is. I do like using those for loaner stuff. Oh. Picatinny vertical foregrip, nice. Not a fan of like the straight vertical foregrips. Generally, I usually like more of a, like the worker angled one is nice, or an actual AFG style. But there's a few instances where having the actual vertical, you know, a straight vertical one is actually a little pretty nice. So that's cool, because I do have a few more Picatinny pump action blasters than I have grips for currently, so that works out pretty well. Thank you. And a heap of Strife doors. I think that's a modulus one, the gray one. That is one that has the label Nerf logo thing all scraped off and painted black. A later model, what was it, the XD that had the stripe on it, and an actual modulus one. Okay, there's a little bit of the residual green paint from the modulus, so apparently somebody just scrubbed off the modulus logo off there and left it gray. Cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Strife doors, but there's enough of them here. At the very least, they're a nice flat material if you need to make a spacer or a shim or something like that. It's nice to keep around flat, consistent pieces just for weird instances like that. So it might turn into a battery door again, and it might not. Actually, in the past, I've used, was it the Centaur, I think? I took a Strife door and just cut the threaded end thing off, just basically cut this off straight, and glued that to the butt plate insert thing, and I can't remember, did I cut the actual Strife part off of the nut side, you know, the blaster side? I can't remember, but used that to create my own battery door, just using the pieces from one of these. So, there again, nice to have options. And of barrel. Really having a hard time because my brain wants to say that the camera's aimed over here, and it's actually aimed over here, but it's actually somewhat crooked, so it's actually over here. So if I'm waving stuff like off frame, then actually I intended to wave this off frame and I put it in the middle of the frame, so I'm still trying to figure things out. More packy stuff. And oh, another Strife door. And a incisor. There we go. I believe he said this was had some aftermarket cage. I think it was just a. Oh, it's got something going on there. Set up for HVZ, so I think it was just a OFP cage. I don't remember what the wheels and stuff were, but it's got a threaded door there, or a threaded door. Duh. A thumb screw. Cool. XT60. Oh, yeah, Dean's connector on the inside there, and I'm trying to peek and see if there's what the wheels are in there, and I really can't tell, but it is a printed cage for sure. So, excuse me, just for the heck of it, I've got a start with 2S and see how see if that works. Darts. Grab a few more and we'll see what this has got. Again, HVZ, I imagine it's not going to go over 100. I would suspect it is probably more in the neighborhood of, 90 to 100 at best. That goes that way. I'd always wanted to grab one of these, the incisor. Didn't want to pay full price though, because it's kind of hard to take seriously, and as I recall, they were a bit overpriced anyway when they were new. Never found one thrifting though, just because I like the idea of an exposed cylinder, especially on top. Had the idea of maybe minimizing a few things and taking off some of the bizarre alien-y aesthetic or something, just to kind of streamline it a bit and make something kind of practical for HVZ or even casual arena type games. So let's see what we got here on 2S. 59. 87. 75. 81. 79. 84. 80. 58. What was that? 97. And one more. 91. So yeah, solid. And it's not a killer performer, but it does have nice snappy spool up time, so that is cool. And really, that's what you need at HVZ type stuff. Honestly, kind of sounds like rhinos. But let's stick it on 3S for a second and see if it sounds unhappy. And if it does, then we probably won't do that. For the heck of it, it doesn't sound too unpleasant, so maybe we'll run a few rounds through just to see what the numbers look like, but like I said, I'm going to assume that that's probably a 2S setup. At least I don't want to not assume and end up breaking it and saying, hey, thanks for the really neat thing, I was excited about it, and then I broke it. Because that's never a good thing to have to say. And I'll just do a mic warning thing and push the microphone away a little bit and just blow through and tell you what the numbers look like afterwards. Okay, how bad was that? Ear-wise, I mean. Still learning the limitations of the microphone, etc., etc. Hi, was that noisy? Was that noisy? Did you not like that? Got a Raven I thrifted with no door. Plan to use it in a remake of my Raven modulus integration, and the time not using this glue. Like door is going to be annoying. Yeah, Ravens seem to be really, they seem to be the worst as far as missing doors in my experience. In fact, I think it was my Straven that I built. Didn't have the battery door, but it had the Firefly mag with it, and so I took the Firefly mag battery door and trimmed the sides down, and then built, I think I trimmed it down and then made new tabs for the bottom and reshaped it a little bit, and that worked. So that was kind of a, not perfect, but it worked all right for what it was, kind of situation. But on 3S, that thing was hitting about mid-90s to 100. I think it wanted to hit 101 or something like that. So even on 3S, it's still pretty tame, but there again, very, very snappy. And honestly, I would love to have some motors, 2S or 3S or whatever, that were just like instant spool up that only hit like 80 to 90. I think that'd be so cool to be able to drop in some kind of low draw of some kind that you can just drop in, you know, whether or not you have to change wheels or anything like that. But, I don't know, just something that's a stock upgrade, because the one thing I hate is waiting for the spool up time. You know, especially stock motors, even stock motors on 2S or whatever, it still feels like you have to wait for it to rev up. Whereas this here, I don't know if it came across on the microphone or anything, but it's just right there, instantly at RPM. And I've got a old Falcon 130 wire loom that I got from Brett, who got it from Jangular, I think, that I threw in a Strife in a worker cage, I think, and it's just, I believe the Falcons were 3S. If I'm remembering right. I might not be. That was a long time ago. But I believe that's what the original Rhinos were based on, and they were 3S. I'm trying to remember history on the fly, and it's not working. But there again, it's just a very snappy little motor. Not a super high RPM, just right there. It's where it's at, and good to go. So we're down to this mysterious pack. This is a very interesting little thing. It's like a bubble wrap, but it looks more like a bunch of otter pops made of air, all in a little pouch thing with a lid. That's worth hanging on to. That is super neat. Huh. Okay, that's probably the coolest thing I've seen today. But that is the end of the box. Nothing left but packing materials. But what we have inside the box, inside the bag, is another box, which is not a battery. And if it's not a battery, whatever could it be? Whoa! That was a whole all at once. Okay, we have... Here, your face is in my face. Move some things out of the way here. What we have is one of those little gearbox things, but it's got a shaft out both sides. There we are. Got a shaft coming out both sides, so I guess that makes it a righty-lefty or something like that. I am not sure. That'll be worth playing with, but it will turn into something. What appear to be barricade wheels. That are the smaller diameter and all gnarly and bumpy. Not necessarily of any value that I remember, but they're getting a nice point in history. Got some pair of worker serrated wheels that I believe, are these the higher crush ones? I'll have to get my calipers out. But nice. Is that a worker wheel? Oh, this looks like the stuff from... Dennis did DV tests, and he did a, I believe that was his channel, when he was doing the channel thing, and he did a lot of flywheel tests, as I recall. And it looks like this is all from that. These look like artifact wheels, which I believe were like some of the first aftermarket wheels. They're just smooth, concave. Hold it up in front of, there we go. Kind of like that. So a pair of those. Interesting. Let's see if I can stick the microphone down here by the wheels. These are the worker wheels. And then these artifact ones are an entirely different kind of plastic. And they just sound different and feel different. Just, interesting. Just have never really played with these side by side before. Very interesting. And a pair of what I imagine are really old, original white workers. I believe these were the first on the market. They were the serrated type. Because I remember coming across a pair of these on eBay years ago, and nobody had ever said anything about them. I'd never seen them listed anywhere. This is before vendor stores actually existed, and I bought them and tried them, kind of on a like, just testing it out to see what it was. And yeah, it wasn't for another 6-8 months, because I had those in my first Rapid Strike, I believe, and that was on stock motors because there wasn't motors on the market yet either, really. The only ones that people were using were weird ones you'd find on AliExpress and Taobao and crap like that, and oddball eBay motors. And it wasn't for another 6-8 months before Coop even was like, hey, look, these are wheels that exist. And I was like, oh, cool, so I didn't get scammed or anything, because I thought I did pretty good, because I was happy with them. And another pair that are slightly whiter than the other ones, just to kind of show you side by side if that shows up. One of them's more yellow, one's more white. And a pair of aluminum wheels. Oh, these are the ones with the little, these are the ones with the grub screw on them. Because a lot of the aluminum ones, especially the workers, have a nylon insert in the middle that actually does the biting onto the shaft the way regular flywheels do, and then it's pressed into the aluminum wheel overall. This is just a chunk of aluminum, which is, wow, that's really thin and fairly lightweight. I have to put them on a scale. My brain says these are metallic, and they're really light, so they must be super duper light versus the plastic, but, were these artifact? I can't remember who made these wheels. I'll have to do some researching, but they've got the little lightning holes in them, and it's got kind of a, almost a tractor-type tire tread. See if I can stick that up by the camera so you can see what's going on there. But they're concave and have a very subtle kind of, not quite serrated like the worker ones. Boy, I'm really bad at aiming things on camera. There we go. Interesting. So those, it'll be interesting to play with those and see what, how it works out. Moving on. Got some big boy motors. RS380 SH4535. Have to compare those numbers with the Out of Darts aftermarket rival motors. Because that's really cool, because I have a... where it is? The other... I don't even think I ever named that thing. It's the magazine-fed Mastodon flywheel cage Thunderhawk back-end blaster that I stuck together and never really had a finalized plan or anything for, that I just kind of mocked. Anyway, I've got another Mastodon cage, essentially, with that needs motors. Or I guess I could... because these are bigger than the regular... I think these are rival size, which are bigger than the mega size, which means the Motostrike probably won't accept these either. But you'll have to run the numbers and see if these are the big improvement over the rival ones or not. Because if they are, I might have to put these in the Killer Chaos. That might be kind of fun. Okay, interesting. All right, so yeah, I'll have to do a little research and figure out exactly what those are. Some motors in a wrapper, which appear to be Michelle 2.0s. Cool. Looks like these are the early style. Cool. And a pair of Artifact 180s. Oh crap, that's going way back in time. I'm trying to remember what the specs are on those. Huh. Yeah, interesting. Doesn't feel like there's much magnet to it. Twists really easy. Tiny, tiny, tiny little vent holes. And on a Dean's connector. All right. Yeah, I'll have to do some research and see what the specs are on those. Might have to build just kind of a... Maybe I'll stick those in that Strife that has the happy, cute dogs on it. Since it already has the side of the blaster cut out. Okay. And a nifty box goes inside the nifty bag, inside the awesome box full of cool stuff. So, that box is empty now. And we have... Oh, some original Rhinos. Cool. Old MTB Rhino motors. Look like they're probably from the original run or so. You know, just have the simplified labeling on them. No logo or anything like that. And, oh, there's the missing grub screw for the other aluminum wheel. I'll just leave that somewhere on one of these magnets. And some Wolverines, which are essentially the Honey Badger 180s, you know, the high RPM ones, as I recall. I don't think I ever bought a pair of these, so I'm not sure exactly what they're designed to work with. So that brings us to the end of our cool box and the mysteries with it. So thank you again, Dennis, for a trip down memory lane. That was kind of fun. I appreciate you thinking about me when you're going through your old stuff, and rest assured, I think I have a purpose for all of this. The stuff that is damaged, the AeroVonix, etc., will probably turn into pieces for other things. Alpha Rogue, that was kind of a unexpected fun little one. Has a nice little pop. He might get a cooler grip and maybe a snub nose or something and just be kind of a fun, silly little plinkin' blaster. So it's very satisfying. It has a really good seal. Like, just listen to that. I don't know if that came through. One more time. Yeah, that's a good long hiss, so it's got a decent seal. Chronos will probably get cleaned up and put with my rival stuff. The drum mag for the Vortex will... Where's my Vortex stuff? Holy cow, it's been a while since I went through that. It'll get thrown in that box. So I'll be up to speed again with my rival things. A couple of blue Strifes, one in beautiful condition, and a fuse fire that works really nice. Some pieces of things. Cute dog duct tape. Vertical mag. Some HVZ history stuff, things like that. So thanks one more time. I really appreciate it. So we got, 11 people now. Okay, that's not too bad. I think we had, close to 15 a minute ago, so that's cool. I guess they got bored, which I totally understand. Well, how is everybody? Does anybody have any questions or anything while we're at it? Hate to just say, look at all this cool stuff I got, and then shut things down. Open it up for discussion a little bit. If anybody has any questions or things they want to say or talk to or whatever. And there he is. Glad you like everything and enjoyed unboxing it. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, no, I might have a few questions later. I'll sort through things a little bit. Just especially some of these motors, just trying to remember exactly who was what and why and things like that. But no, it's very cool, very, just kind of very pleasant, like I said, to kind of go through and, some of the more HVZ related stuff and see some of the mods and things like that. It was just kind of a pleasant little experience. Timothy just got back from a 5K race. Holy cow, that is a lot longer than I would want to go without driving or something. Yuck. But hey, if that's your thing, some people like running. That I'm not going to pretend to understand. Waiting is annoying. Organizing stuff. Nope, just going through a box. New nozzle comes in today, so maybe I can get my printer up and running. Yeah, I used to fight with my printer, and had a friend of mine work on it a few times, and then when I did the garage remodel, I was like, I really don't need this thing to be in the garage where things are going to be getting moved around and tools going and dust and crap everywhere. So if you want to take it away and play with it for a while and, have it at your house and use it for I don't care what, then that's cool. And it's still living over there. And honestly, it's his problem at this point for a while, so yeah, I'm not a printer guy. Like having access to a printer, and it'll be nice once I get everything, once I get everything fixed in the garage and things set and organized and everything is where it belongs and everybody has a home, then I'd like to get the printer back so I can at least, maybe get into a little bit of design stuff, at the very least for prototyping some things that I would like to make happen, and then worst case scenario, if my printer, then I can always pawn off the good printing to somebody who knows what they're doing. I've always wanted to make that Mega Blaster you got in the box into a Master Key. That would be a mighty big Master Key. I mean, let's just... But you know what? If you've got a picture in your head that I don't see and it makes sense to you, then by all means, I'm not going to slow you down. Opinions on hot glue integrations. Jolt, I believe we've talked a little bit about that. You kind of know where I stand. It's, you have been able to do some miraculous things with hot glue that I will not question, but, well, I'll kind of question, but... You've done some surprising things that I didn't think were possible with hot glue. How's that? Is that a fair assessment? But I think if you applied your skill at fitting shells together and used something, where's one? Something a more civilized tool for a civilized age or whatever. So more of a methyl methacrylate based joint. Then I would feel a whole lot cooler about things, and I would feel less scared about, you leaving things in a hot car very long or things like that. Trying to do more epoxy putty now. Well, epoxy putty, as much as I hate epoxy putty, I will admit it is a step up from hot glue. Not necessarily a big one, but it is more permanent. Still don't like it. But, you know, work at your own pace. I'm not going to try to push you outside of your comfort zone. Where is the Krager dog? Bud, where are you at? Hey. It's still morning. You don't need to sleep again. What are you doing? Yeah, you. Yeah. No, you're the only dog. Yeah, you're the one I'm talking to. Hi. Sleepy face. Your face is so sleepy. I'm probably going to make another Radulus, but this time with the benefit of better skills. Yes, there's been a number of blasters I've wanted to go back and recreate using the skills I have now, but I just don't have the heart to. Hot glue does separate over time, yes. And yeah, I just... hot glue is great for holding things together, excuse me, for a short time, which is great for mocking up integration stuff. But yeah, it's not permanent. And I'm not sure how you have all your stuff put together. I mean, I know you've painted over hot glue, which I'm not going to judge, but I don't have to like it. How's that? But if you could come back through and, like on the backside of a joint, and clear out some of the hot glue and then put some like DevCon or something civilized behind, and then come to the other side after that's all set up and pull the glue out and put, you know, something more permanent on there, that changing what your build is or actually disassembling it, you're just coming through and reinforcing with better, kind of like when they restore like super antique houses and stuff. They come through and they'll pull a wall out or whatever, and they'll sister up a new stud alongside the old studs. They don't take the old wall out, they just brace it up with, you know, real wood that's not rotten. Kind of the same kind of idea, something like that. You're kind of smelly. Was that you that just made a smell? Is that why you don't want to look at me? Do you need to go outside? Why are you going that way? No, that's the kitchen. If you need to go outside, that's where stinky dogs go. Well, come on. Okay. Go do it. What a good boy. Okay, I'm going to assume that everybody who's here now has mostly been here a good chunk of the time. How has the stream quality been as far as the picture and dropping off? Because last time we had things buffering and coming back and, you know, dropping off and picking back up, and I haven't seen that on my end. I do have a wire plugged directly into the computer and ran through the garage, through the kitchen, through the dining room, into the living room, and plugged into the router thing over there. So has that kind of fixed the audio, or not the audio, but the video and signal quality issues we were having in the past? So if we've got that licked, then that's going to help a lot of things. And if wearing the headset fixes the audio issues we're having, then that's going to be really great too. So at this point, what is the weakness of the stream quality experience overall? using rapid strike on top. Change the mag wheel to the side, make a mega blaster slam fire only so you can use the handle for your rapid strike. Logos. I don't want to make my cuts better. Interesting. Stream quality hasn't been bad, a little inconsistent audio. Okay, was that inconsistent at the beginning until we put the headset thing on, or has it been inconsistent in the middle? I know for a minute I moved the microphone away from my face, like so, when I took a drink and forgot to put it back. But was that the issue, or was it just kind of choppy and anything like that? No, it buffered, dang. Sound and video quality just fine. No buffering today. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Not the first time I've redone an integration. Well, yours always turn out pretty all right, if I have to, if I do say so. Hey, no, 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 no. Hey, no, this door, over here. Remember, we came out this door. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Just a minute. I know the box is empty. I'm almost done. Then we'll go play. All right? I promise. Don't look at me like that. Just come hang out with everybody for a minute. We're almost done. I think the reason my hot glue stuff has survived is probably because I'm up in Michigan, nice and cold, so it doesn't melt. Ah, fair enough. A little inconsistent when you move a lot. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. What's, Okay, my battery's looking pretty low, so that might have something to do with it. Also, I don't know how well the little transmitter thing works as far as this thing plugged into the computer part. I might have to mount it to where it's a little more accessible, maybe, or something like that. Seems fine to me. Carius! Well, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Sort of. Or good to know that you can see me. Is that better? Hi, bud. Okay, if everything seems fine, what is one thing I can improve? Can I improve the lighting? Can I improve the camera angle is unique this time. The little window is for when the Krager dog's sitting in the chair, just because people like to see him. But he's apparently not wanting to sit in the chair. He wants to go play instead. But then I figured this guy here, that one that I'm pointing at, not that window, but the camera. I am bad at pointing. Will be kind of the one that gets moved around. Either if I'm talking to the camera, then I'll be facing it, and if I'm doing an overhead of the work area, which is actually over that way, then it'll get moved. Still trying to figure things out, but this is a functional, at least makes everything functional enough to test and make sure that the components work. I hate to go through and set up all the cameras and have everything great and laid out exactly where I want it, and then find out that I cannot functionally stream because of internet connection or computer capabilities and things like that. Maybe have the chair cam be optional only when the dog is actually there. Yeah, I thought about that too, and I think I can do that. Can I do... Nope. Like that? Hey, like that. And if I want to bring it back, I can do that. Did that actually work? You probably just need a mic to fix audio. Well, I have a mic. It's this guy here that's on my head. But if that's not fixing everything, then that's a bummer. Everything goes fine. Yep. Start a mod. Well, that is the catch, Mr. Gary. I think you... Where did it go? Where is it? Look out. You're complicating things, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? You say, start a mod. and I say, but I did this. Maybe I'll work on this sometime. Probably not today, because I got to mow the lawn and then go work on the car. But anyone who thinks, because I'm realizing that there's a lot of people who are strictly a YouTube viewer versus people who are on Instagram and Facebook, where I tend to update often. For those of you who are watching and saying, what? He has places he posts stuff. Then yes, I believe in the home page, or whatever you call it on YouTube, there should be links to Facebook and Instagram, where I do generally post updates for mostly Nerf stuff, but also car projects and other updates regarding things that may affect why I'm not posting cool stuff everywhere. And so, for those of you who have that condition, that was an update on a project that I recently started that was one of those where I shouldn't have started it, because what I really need to do is finish the projects that are on this wall. Here. Yeah, because, oh, see, I'm waving my cursor over the screen, but you can't see, because this is just showing me what you see. But, yeah, I've got a few projects there on the wall that I'm still instinctively pointing at that I can't really point to you. Hang on. Let's do that. Is that working? Hey, that works. Cool. Anyway, projects on the wall. That's where most of the projects are. Nope. How about that? Cool. So yeah, got a lot of projects there that I need to finish working on before I start projects, but yet here I am starting more projects. Sound was great whenever the mic is in place, cuts out almost entirely when you move it away from your face. Interesting. So when it's like this, it totally goes away? This was a test. Because I hate the people who sound like they're like chewing on their microphone, or like it's in their mouth while they're talking. So I don't want to be that, but if it just hangs out here, then it's totally cool. But if it's out here, then it's not cool anymore. Discord, Instagram, where I'm at. Discord, cool. Oh, that means this is probably a good opportunity to, because I know I have shared because I have a Discord server, and I believe a lot of you guys, Gary, are you on Discord at all? Jolt King, I think you are in there. Orange Crate, I think you are in there. But I have a Discord server strictly for integration type stuff, integration in general, cosmetics as well. Because so often in the bigger Discord groups, somebody will post, ask a question integration related, or post a picture integration related, and people go, "Oh, that's cool," and then they go back to talking about memes. And for the people who are actually, very interested in doing the integration thing, then it's nice to have a forum that they can go to, not a literal forum, but a room of like-minded individuals that they can go to and say, hey, this is this thing I'm working on, and people there are genuinely excited about it and interested and can share ideas or ask questions and stuff like that. Masking a blaster for paint right now. This is great. Background while I work. Awesome. I always love to have Nerf content of some kind going on while I'm in the garage working on stuff. I really miss the Nerfcast, which was the what was his name? BFU and Mike, or no, Chris, no, what the heck? It was a couple of the Bay Area Nerf guys that they do like a podcast thing, and so I'd get home from work and I'd come out to the garage and I'd fire up the Nerfcast, and I'd listen to them just kind of talking about current event type stuff while I was nerfing, or modding and stuff like that. And so it's I don't know, I like having Nerf content to go to, whether it's one of Wacom's live stream, which is rarely strictly Nerf related, as far as it's been a while since I've gotten out in on one of his, because it's been a while since I've been out in the garage nerfing. But a few builds I have that are really randomized bits and blobs that look like kind of cobbled together. That's fine. I've been in there since almost the beginning. Cool. Gary Ashby, not yet. You might check it out. Even if you only join Discord to join my server, then I think you would be a very good resource You have built a lot of things and done a lot of very clever things, and so it's always nice to have someone to reference or someone who can be there for guidance or suggestions or just kicking around ideas and stuff like that. I just like to have, just imagine kind of a library of scholars or whatever kind of thing, where you have like all the biggest brains cosmetically in one room, in one bucket. That way, if somebody has a question, they can go to everybody who's everybody, you know, everybody who's anybody from a wide variety of experience and stuff like that. Like I believe Dwayne Stanley, Iron Frankenzilla, is in there, who does some really amazing cosmetic stuff, but it's a totally different style of cosmetic integration work than what I do. And so he would have a very unique set of skills and ideas and stuff like that. And so I wanted basically everything integration and cosmetic related all under one roof for, I guess, the broader scope of just strictly cosmetics, because if you have questions about performance stuff, that is totally different and does not relate to the integration or cosmetic stuff at all and can be addressed totally separately. But the cosmetic stuff is always quite more specialized and often walked over from the general community. My project wall is similarly sized, but it's all shelves piled full of crap instead of a nice arrangement. Oh, no, yeah, I know how that goes, because I also have several boxes of crap as well that just didn't fit on the walls. That's just the nice stuff that looks nice. Nicholas Cruz, sorry you're late. You're never late, as long as we're still here. Do you ever miss the Hellhound? Well, actually, kind of once in a while. And I don't know if you have seen on Facebook or Instagram, but I actually went down and visited Foam Blast 2 weeks ago. Spent about a week, just kind of hung out with them for a while and did some things and worked on Addie's truck and all that. But got to go hang out in the This Week in Nerf studio and got to play with the Hellhound, and it reminded me that I used to make really cool things, and I used to finish projects, and that I did things with lights and fancy features and little novelty gimmicks and things like that, and I realized, huh, I should probably do more cool things, and I should probably finish projects and stuff like that. Link to your room. Oh, gosh, how do I do that? If anybody who is in the Discord can link Gary to the Merge Masters Discord, I would muchly appreciate it, because I don't know how to do that. I could probably figure it out, but if somebody else is better at that and can do it quicker and with less pain, then that would be super convenient, and I would appreciate it a bunch. You getting impatient? You just want to go out and play? Alright, well, we've been at this for... Gosh, is there something around here that says how long we've been doing this? Hour and 20 minutes. Has it been an hour and 20 minutes? And I'm realizing, because the streams, we have 15 people. Oh, we're up to 15 again. Wow, it's like, just tied our record. I intended to, when I first started the Discord, I wanted to get a few people in, make sure it was actually going to work in theory the way I wanted it to before I brought everybody else in the world into it. And I posted or advertised it on my Facebook and Instagram, and I meant to do a YouTube video on it, and then that's when I kind of stopped doing videos altogether. So I believe this might be the first time I'm actually mentioning it in the chat here or during the stream. So I've got a few videos I want to make while I'm still kind of ironing out the studio, gosh, the workshop here, and but I do need to actually do a sit-down video, because I do have a larger audience, I guess, technically, or something, from YouTube. I didn't want to have so many people in there who were, I don't want to say dead weight, but people who are in there casually just for sharing memes and stuff like that. It's a specialized place for people who are serious about what we're doing. And there's been a few people who popped in and caused some trouble and were immediately executed. They got removed without too much more warning, and so it's kind of a no-nonsense place where, I mean, there's a certain amount of nonsense appreciated because this is a fun hobby, but only for people who are actually in there to, I don't know, take advantage of what it's actually for instead of just treating it lightly and being a pain in the neck and thinking they can get away with stuff, you know. Oh, a second. Oh, there you go. Link that has infinite uses won't expire right here. You could probably copy paste it if you want. Oh, don't see the link. Is that something I can control? Settings? That's probably not going to be the settings I need. Nope. Do I have stream settings anywhere? Sorry, Jolt, looked like nothing showed up. I am trying to find things on my end. What is this? That's money. Nope, don't want that. Sorry, man. Look out. Look out. Look out. Get to do computer things. Hi. Studio? Maybe. Content plays on comic says subtitles. That's it. Settings. How about that? Permissions? Nope. Community? Okay, URLs sent in live chat are already blocked. If you select this option, new comments with hashtags and URLs will be held for review. The setting doesn't apply to you, moderators, or approved users. Okay, so if I do that, that means... Okay. Now let's go back to... Is that going to work? Okay. Okay, quick and easy solution, B2 copy paste it. As a live streamer, you can probably see every post, even if it's filtered for the rest of the chat. Might be able to add a link to the selection of your channel. Can I probably search for it in Discord? Where's the name? Do I have Discord? I think I have Discord. Sorry, this is a pretty fresh computer as well, so I'm not sure if I have everything set up where it needs to be. Don't do that. Okay, here. Oh, hey, Joel King, you sent me a message on Discord. All right, here's the link. Okay, we are figuring things out. I want to copy link. And thank you. And no, then get that out of here. And I'm gonna go paste. Did that work? Hey, I think it popped up. Might be probably search for it in the Discord. There you go. Has to be approved. It's not a public server. Okay, that I do not know. Probably makes sense. Okay. Okay, there it is. All right. Gary, are you still with us? There's a link. After that, I'm going to click the link right here on the Discord in this thing. Oh, crap. I don't want to do that. Never mind. I'm not going to do that because it'll screw up my stream, apparently, because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we got thumbs up all around. All right. Cool. All right. Gary, are you with us? Are you still there, Gary? All right. Okay. Cool. If we did one good thing today, we figured out how to post links, and we got the Discord out there, and we got at least one person that's interested, and we got Matt in there now too. Cool. Matt, don't screw around when you get in there. Like I said, we like to have fun in there. There's a little bit of fun games and people sharing stuff and building cool things. But don't go in there thinking that it's the Fuzzy Walrus or something like that, where you can go in and share memes and be inappropriate and offend people and stuff like that, because you'll get canned instantly, because I have some pretty brutal security folks in there who don't apologize. Joshua, Mr. Nathan, been a while since I've seen you. How have things been? Things have been all over the place. I will say that, and I will leave it at that. How's that? For good and bad, and mostly one more than the other. But it worked. I'm in. Awesome. It's pretty easy to make a Discord link. There's an invite button. You can customize the invite and copy it. Cool. Good to know. I don't do a whole lot of things as far as technology-wise, so I'm figuring things out. So I appreciate the help anytime I can get it. There we go. Show that. Pretty easy to make Discord link. Yep. 40-year-old man who builds occasionally on weekends allow. You don't have to worry about me. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, your name. The name is familiar. I believe you popped into the chat, streams and stuff before, but it's been a long time since I've been actively streaming and stuff, so I'm trying to relearn everybody who's not like in my server or who communicates with me regularly on my other social media stuff. So spam is OP. Yes, him and Tybeck both are pretty brutal. They don't screw around, and yeah, they know where I stand with nonsense. Happy to help anytime you need. Discord has been in my life for nearly a year now. I'm pretty acquainted with it. Cool. Sounds great. Okay. Well, maybe we will wrap it up, because the Krieger dog is getting a bit impatient and wants to go play. And looks like the sun came out, so I can mow the lawn and rake up some leaves. And I need to see if I can get the president up and running before the snow falls. So thanks to everybody, the upwards of 15 plus who came to visit for a while and who took part and helped me unbox this pile of mystery things. Thanks again to Dennis, who popped in for a minute, who delivered this box of goods. Many thanks for the trip down memory lane, and thanks for just being a swell guy overall and for thinking about me. Hope everything is going all right in your life if you're still listening. And you know what? We will... maybe we'll do this again, like maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a wholesome Sunday stream or something if occasion arises. And maybe we'll have a sit-down chat, or maybe we'll just we'll move the cameras around and maybe we'll build something cool. Let's just see how it goes. And we'll see you whenever we see you, if I can figure out how to stop the stream. There we go.